Hi, you're watching India Today Global with me, Ishita Mitra, and the big news that we're tracking today comes from India's neighbor, Pakistan. Islamabad conducted significant airstrikes against Taliban bases in Afghanistan, hitting the Barmal district of Paktika province. Now, the airstrikes targeted several villages, including Murgbazar and Laman within the Barmal district, where substantial destruction occurred. Now, when we talk about the casualties from this attack, at least 15 to 30 people, including women and children, have been killed in the strikes, which were conducted on the night of December 24th. And this death toll is likely to climb as rescue efforts continue in Afghanistan. Now, according to the local sources, they have described the aftermath of this attack as devastating, with entire families being wiped out in this attack. Now, the Pakistan military has not officially confirmed these airstrikes, but according to the security sources and, of course, sources from the ground, these operations were aimed at dismantling training centers and hideouts of Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan (TTP), a group that Pakistan accuses of launching terror attacks from Afghan territory against Pakistan. Now, this is the account that has been given to us by some sources from the Pakistan side, but of course, there's another account being given to us by Afghanistan. Now, they have accused Pakistan of brutal aggression against civilians through this attack. The Taliban's Ministry of Defense has condemned these strikes and has vowed to retaliate. They've described these airstrikes as a violation of international principles and, of course, accused Pakistan of targeting civilians, while, of course, asserting their right to defend Afghan sovereignty. Remember, they also claim that many victims from this attack were refugees from Waziristan, of course, emphasizing that how civilians have been impacted in this attack by Pakistan. Now, these are the latest developments that we have received so far, but if you look at the larger context of these strikes which have been conducted by Pakistan, so they follow a series of attacks by TTP on Pakistani security forces, which of course has led to heightened tension between Islamabad and Kabul. Now, this attack by Pakistan is a part of its broader military strategy to counter the rising terror attacks on its soil. And this attack may also be influenced by external factors, which includes concerns over foreign investments and security for Chinese nationals. You know, we have been reporting on India Today Global as well that terror attacks have been rising in Pakistan, whether it's by BLA, Balochistan Liberation Army, or TTP. And amongst these attacks, a lot of Chinese nationals who've been working for investment projects in Pakistan have been targeted. So there has been a lot of pressure on Pakistan from China's side to take action against these attackers. So this, of course, could be influenced by that pressure as well. Pakistan's Defense Minister Khwaja Asif had earlier indicated that these operations such as these, which is basically counter-terror operations, will continue without prior notice to Taliban, emphasizing that a key strategy of these operations would be the surprise element. Now, you see the tensions between two neighbors are not recent. Since Taliban's return to power in Afghanistan in 2021, relations between the two countries have not been very well. Pakistan has accused Taliban of providing sanctuary to TTP militants who continue to launch cross-border attacks into Afghanistan, and this has led to a cycle of violence where both nations blame each other for harboring terrorists that threaten their security. And further attacks and counterattacks have followed these accusations. You know, this is not a lone incident. Earlier this year, similar airstrikes were reported by Pakistan as well, which were then countered by Afghanistan's response. But you see, the implication of this conflict extends beyond Pakistan and Afghanistan. These airstrikes could lead to increased instability in an already volatile region that we're seeing so far. And as recovery efforts continue in Paktika province, both nations stand at a crossroad. Former US envoy Zalmay Khalilzad has emphasized the need for an agreement right now between Pakistan and Afghanistan to prevent their territories from being used against each other, because we have seen the accusations that that have been coming from both the sides is that you're letting anti-state elements. For example, Pakistan accuses Taliban of harboring terrorists who continue to launch attacks against Pakistan, and similar accusations has come from Afghanistan's side as well. So this is one sentiment where, you know, global actors and analysts are trying to urge both the parties to come to a settlement where there can be, you know, more dialogue over military confrontation. So as of now, the situation remains fluid with potential ramifications for regional stability and of course humanitarian conditions on both the sides, because we have seen even in this attack a lot of refugees that had come from Waziristan have become victims. So we need to keep in mind the humanitarian conditions on both the sides as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay tuned to India Today Global, where we continue to track geopolitical developments for you. Thank you.